3 years. That's how long a judge sentenced former Clear Creek County Deputy Andrew Buen to. He'll spend 3 years in prison after shooting a 22-year-old man who had called 911 for help. Your reporter Spencer Wilson has been covering this case since the morning after Christian Glass was shot and killed in Silver Plume. And Spencer, 3 years for the criminally negligent homicide. That's the maximum the judge was allowed to give him.
That's right. And considering that in Andrew Buen's first trial, he could have been serving decades should he have been sentenced to that and convicted, which he almost was, except for one single lone juror, which there's been a whole complication about the hung jury aspect of the first trial. This second trial, 3 years is the most they could give him. And the Glass family believes that Andrew Buen is flat out lucky he is only serving that much time. Now, former Deputy Andrew Buen was one of many officers on scene that night back in the summer of 2022, but he was the one who shot Christian 5 times through the windshield as they tried to force the young man out of the car against his will. During sentencing, the judge admitted she thinks Buen is the kind of man who is kind and caring that his family thinks he is, until he puts on a police uniform and is given a gun. Then she said he becomes someone else entirely. She believes this was all about power, and Buen did not like that Christian was not following his orders to get out of the car, and Christian paid with his life. The Glass family spoke with me after the sentencing and said the amount of time Buen spends in prison doesn't really matter. What matters is that people have the story straight now. Christian was murdered.
That's worth a lot, honestly. Clearing Christian's name was always what we were doing in the beginning. We would have much rather just crawled into bed and, in the basement and never gone out. And so we're a bit like that, I have to admit. But yeah, clearing his name. From remember the first 4 weeks when we thought it was his fault and he viciously attacked the police and they reluctantly had to defend themselves. We went through that.
Now, the Glass family has asked the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office to reissue a press release after the very first one issued back in 2022 was blatantly factually inaccurate, simply not true. They're asking the Clear Creek County Sheriff's Office to re-release a press release regarding their son's death. We're going to ask that question on whether or not they'll actually be doing that. Live at Clear Creek County, Spencer Wilson, covering Colorado First.
Spencer, thank you.